Hey guys, this is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline, and today I'm reviewing Alias issues 7 and 8 for a look back at Jessica Jones. So before I start talking about this issue though, just want to give you a little update that I do have Like Father Like Daughter issue 2's Kickstarter going on right now. Would love if you guys are able to support it, so that will be annotated. But yeah, let's talk about these two issues of Alias. I'm doing this show leading up to the television show, which we don't have a premiere date yet, but it's going to be the fall, so that's my guess. So let's talk about issue 7. Now, our cliffhanger from last issue, if you saw the videos, go back if you haven't, is about Rick Jones' wife, and she's hectic, she's really upset that her husband's missing, and she says that Rick Jones is related to Jessica in some way, and Jessica's like, I don't know of a Rick Jones in my family, but okay, I'll do this for free. You seem very upset. So she's, looking around. She calls her mom, which is a horrible idea, because her mom says, well, her mom's like, I guess a little paranoid in a way, where she's like, oh, why are you calling me names? It's like, I literally just called to see if we have a Rick Jones in the family. So it's a really hilarious bit for like 2 pages. And then she ends up going on a walk. She finds Rick Jones' book, which is only $1, so you can tell how popular it is. And she reads it. She tries to understand a little bit more about Rick, and she ends up finding Rick. And leading into now issue 8 is the continuation of finding Rick, who he is, and him being paranoid also because of the Skrull War. And he's like, oh, well, someone's hunting me. I don't know why, but someone's hunting me. And Jessica's like, hold up, who's hunting you? What's going on here? So she's trying to figure out the whole situation. She's like, alright, let's go to the Avengers, let's go to Fantastic Four, and, we'll try to figure this out. No one wants to help, and now Jessica's gonna call the Avengers, and Rick doesn't like this idea, so he ends up running away. And that is the summary of both issues. And this is a lot of fun. Again, what I love about Alias is that it's the Marvel Universe, but in more of a realistic tone. So one of my favorite parts here, well, there's a lot of favorite parts, but 2 things I really like is that when Jessica goes to the park, she finds this woman who says, oh, you have powers. And she's like, how do you know that? It's like, I have mutant powers. It's hell if you have powers. And everyone thinks she's like joking around, but she really does, because Jessica's like, yeah, I have powers. You did know that. So that's a lot of fun. I love that little bit. And the second bit being where Jessica and Rick are talking to each other, and Rick's, going all paranoid about him being hunted down, and we get to see that he's like, oh, well, have you ever been to space? Do you know any people from space? It's like, no, I've never been to space, but I know people that went to space. So it's like a very, hey, if I knew the Avengers, I would know someone who went to space. So again, it's more of this realistic tone of like, I've never been to space, I was not a big hero, but it's cool that I know other people that went to space. So I thought that was a cool scene. But yeah, it's really interesting to see that they're trying to relate Rick Jones to Jessica Jones, saying, oh, maybe they're related because they have the same last name, but Jones is such a, a known name, and everyone's, there's a lot of people that have Jones as their last name, doesn't mean they're related. So I thought that was kind of a cool bit throughout these 2 issues, and I'm sure future issues also. But yeah, this is definitely progressed the story really well. It's an interesting story with Rick Jones. If you like the Hulk, you do know who Rick Jones is, and it's still playing with this realistic world, but with Marvel superheroes and Marvel events played throughout it, so it's interesting balance. So my only complaint for the issue is the same complaints I've been having, is that the action looks kind of weird with this style of art, even though there's not a lot of action in the series. But even there's a moment where Jessica uses her powers to like open a fence, and it just kind of looks weird. It doesn't really look like she's using her powers. It's just like, oh, well, it was open already. So I kind of want to see the action a bit more fluid. But other than that, the artwork's pretty good. It fits the story it's telling, this kind of dark, trying to be noir book. It's not really a noir book, but since she's a detective, I feel like they're kind of going with that feel in the artwork. So I like that also. So those are my opinions on issue 7 and 8 of Alias. I will be reviewing issue 9 and 10 next week for a look back at Jessica Jones. So if you guys enjoyed, this is Comic Uno Comic Frontline. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also in the description below there's links from my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. Don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.